morning YouTube, back at Harborne for me this week. There's quite a lot been done. I do believe that Adam's going to sort out what will be episode 7. So he's done the most of the parapet walling. He's got this to run in on the side now. So I believe he's done up here, which you would have seen on episode 7 as well. Let's have a quick look, because I haven't seen it myself yet. Yeah, that's all done above. That's all done above there. We've had confirmation on Friday from the single ply roofing guy that we use. He's happy with everything that we've done. We're going to have a quick look at that saw pipe there. See, maybe we can pull it over so we can get a bit closer, but we'll have a look at that. Insulation's coming, so the insulation will be done this week on here, 120 mil. Obviously DPM will go in first, and then another piece of ply on top of the insulation. So we'll show you how we do that with the special fixings that we have to use. Then I believe that the steels are coming today as well. So there's a steel to go in here, across there, that spans from over there to over there, because this is stopping in, part of this is stopping in. Then there's another steel going, I can't see the stuff there, along there. This is all got to be removed, along there, sat on top of that one. And then this one comes across then and sits on top of this one, which is coming from there over to that bit of wall that's been revealed, that's been left there. So we've just sheeted up for the start making the holes for the steels. So we've got some plastic, used our plasterboard poles for now, just to try and stop some of the dust travel, because there's people still living in here. Can we sort of see him now or not? No, we can. Just delayed. Just knocking out a bit of plasterboard. Stuff it back in there. That's it. Just waiting for the steels at the minute. She's just doing a lot of prep work. We'll put all that before we leave. Sweep, remove all of that. All that will be gone before we leave tonight. And this will all be clean and swept up again. Christmas tree put back in the corner. Another steel delivery. Bang on time again. Exactly what we wanted. Great company to use. Especially in this area. Lads all waiting anticipation, look, to get them all in. Oh, right, look at the excitement on the faces, look. We've got Mark back, just hiding in the background there. Mark hasn't been with us for about 12 months, I think. He's come back now. Had a bit of a bad back.
That's me right out. You're in. Bring it down anymore. All right.
Another wonderful job. Splendid. Makes it a lot easier for us.
Thank you very much, gents.
So I've exposed above the window and found what would have been the old archway. So we're now going to sort out the position of the strong boys now to start propping this wall up before we start moving some brickwork. As you would have seen, the steels have arrived. Just going to adjust our screening now to stop some of the dust, and we'll carry on. Good morning, another day at Harborne. Got everything prepped last night to put the strong boys in. So we've done all our slats, you can just about see them all over there. Got all this prepped, moved a lot of stuff from in here. We'll just move all this again today, because obviously the customers still live in here, so we'll move it over again today. Delivery came yesterday as well. All the bricks just to finish off this part of the parapet wall, which Adam and Luke are doing today, whilst Mick, Mark and myself will do the propping inside and start taking brickwork out. So we had a good tidy up. All the blocks obviously been used up now, so a lot of this can be moved and put back in our storage unit. So yeah, hopefully in the play today we'll have majority of that up. We'll have some brickwork out. And I think Adam's actually got the materials, or was going to get the materials for the flat roof as well, because I think we're trying to get the single ply guy here before Christmas.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Got all the internal, that's just a bit of plaster left there. As I just said, that's all out. We just stuffed the insulation there, as I said I was going to, just to make sure there's no major draft or coldness in here last night. We're going to start the warm deck today. So, if I just have a quick look. Mark and Mick on the roof. We're just giving it a scrape, making sure there's no lumps of compo or any high nails or screws or anything that can pierce the DPM. And then we'll get all this scraped off, get it all swept, get it tidied. Then we'll put the DPM on here, up the brickwork, right to the top of the parapet wall. Then we'll put the insulation on. We'll make sure we see all these corners. Put the insulation on top of there, 120mm, which is what's specified. And then 11mm OSB on top of that. And then we'll use the fixings that I talked about to screw it all down directly into the joist below. So we'll get a bit of a rod first, mark our centres from that corner where the centres of our joists are, and we'll use that then to put the fixings in the right place so we don't go through the ply below, we just go into the joist. It's all swept and cleaned, checked all the roof now for any nails sticking up so it doesn't pierce anything. It's all clean. Want the insulation all topped up right to the top of the parapet now. Doesn't have to be there, but it just as long as it's above what will be your 120mm line, you're above that just to stop any cold bridging going through. Just got to make sure you do that. Put the DPM down now. Forgot to press record on my time lapse, so we've already got one 120mm piece down with the DPM on. All we've done in this corner, I've folded the corners over so it's still one piece, as you can see, all nice and tight right to the wall there. There's no gaps there. The annoying part now is you have to cut these around these nice and tight, cut it and then fold it all and then you have to join the DPM. But all I'll make sure we do, and you'll see it on the video when we time lapsing it, is you just cut it and make sure you put a really good overlap on, and then tape it. I use the silver tape because I think it's good stuff. It doesn't delaminate. It's not like the black stuff. So we'll do some of that. So we'll hopefully I'll press record now on my time lapse and we'll get this done. Insulated. I've just gone round the perimeter. If there's a sign of any tiny gap at all, I'll fill it full of expansion foam. There was a bit of damage on the edge of this board, so I've filled that full of foam and the edge of that one. Filled it full of foam and then silver taped over the top of it, same as this one. Silver taped all the joints. You may have seen us stamping all over this one. That's gone down unbelievably tight against the building. There's no gap at all against that building, nothing at all. From the foam gone down there, all around any gaps we could see. So we're happy with that. We're going to set ourselves up now to put the plywood on. All we have done is made ourselves a bit of a rod. It's just this bit of timber. We've just marked that off the block wall underneath. So we'll sit that against there, and these marks then tell me where the joists are below. So when we put our fixings in, we don't put any fixings through the plywood. We just go straight into the joist with our fixings every time. When we get to this one, we can just measure from below then. Then we've got a set centre and work out how long, just get on a measurement. But this is just to start us off. We're going to set our plywood now opposite to these joints this way. This will probably have to come off, or that will come off because he needs to stick to that. But we'll put the ply on there and then cut this off to suit his roof. And then we'll put 18mm ply up the wall there, all the way up, for him to return and run his single ply up. And then we're going to ply the top as well. And he's going to run his single ply up the face, up the face, across the top, and he's going to put cap ends on it as well to seal it all in for us. So that's great. So we'll get ourselves set up with the plywood, which Mick's doing now. Just setting the trestles up down there to put the ply on. Get the saw set up, get some measurements and get it up here and fixed. Steel lifters are here. And what makes these ones different is the fact that all of this goes flat. So we can then turn it on its side, take it in that way. Take all these side pieces off, take that off there, just goes flat. We've got one in ready. Decided to go into the kitchen with it. So we're just going to strap that on there now, lift it up onto that plate. And the other one will come on this side to there. I think we may change that plan yet. I think we may be lifting this now on blocks, on trestles, lifted it with air and lifting that end up manually ourselves, sitting it on there for now, till ready to get set onto the pad stones. That's okay. I've got it now, thank you. And on here we've got house and then parapet, house, parapet. So that was this one. Got our marks on there. I'll put that on there now, mark the OSB. Do the same the other side because I've got one for that side. Pull a string line. What we've got is these fixings. These drill into the ply all the way through. Screw drops in that hole at the bottom, and that screws directly into the joist. All screwed down, all the fixings in, all the way around. So now tomorrow all I've got to do is cut the ply down to this ply to the top of the parapet all the way around there, and then cut the ply to go on top then. And like I've always said earlier, he'll sing the ply up there, up that upstand, which is only about 6 to 8 inches, and then across the top and put some lovely cappings on the end. Good morning. Start Thursday. From on the roof from where we left off last night. was a late one last night, but 7:30 I think we left. Steel's in, but I'll show you in a minute. But the customers are in there at the moment, just finishing off what they're doing, because I'm a bit earlier this morning. So last night what we did, we got the outlet in, put a 4-inch saw pipe in there as instructed by the guy fitting the roof covering. So that's all on. That'll create a fall now to outside, and then we'll trim that. That'll all get trimmed in, and then we'll cut the back out of a hopper, then a big hopper to put over the top of that, and solvent welded and mastic it all in, so it's all nice and tidy. So today, as I may have already said a couple of times, we're going to do up stands on here now all the way across in 18mm OSB, and then put an 18mm OSB top on it as well, all the way around. This one's already done, so we haven't got to do that, but I took all the plastic off last night, the DPC that was excess above where we don't want it, because obviously we're going to be OSB now. So we'll get this cleaned off. We'll have a good tidy up down there today. It's my last day today. I'm going to another job tomorrow to start. I say start, just fit the kitchen. It is a job that we were doing before we started the YouTube channel. So I'm going to have a bit of a walkthrough, and I may create a video for that one. So first job we're doing, so we create a bit of a fall on the top, so it being level, so water and ice, therefore ice doesn't sit. We're going to put some 12mm ply on the outside of the brickwork, and then we're going to put the top on so it slopes in like that. So that's our first job we're doing. Put them all around the perimeter. Just a quick stop there for Sandwich Thursday. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to cut these now to the slope of the roof, so they come level with the top of the parapet up there. Cut all these at an angle, take them up and we'll fix them. So that's it then. Roof is now ready for the roof covering tonight, waterproof covering. Ply it up, ply it across. There's you can see it on that joint, I think. There's a good slope back into the roof. Good slope back this way. We've put 1/2-inch ply on the top that you've seen. All flush cut. There's no lips anywhere. All flush cut, all screwed down. Screwed and glued, in fact. We've then cut this over the top of there to allow him to waterproof it better. So all he's got to do now is just pull this, pull the joint off there, pull the waste pipe out, and he can dress straight over the top of that and then just put it back in. He hasn't got to try and get beyond there with his tools. He can actually get that better. 4-inch pipe. It's all done. Ready to go for tonight.
And this is it, roof complete. This is a sarnifil by Silka. Single ply. Very neat. Excellent. So that's completely waterproof now, apart from lantern, obviously. But the roof itself is great. Very neat around there. What we can do now is get that downpipe around the corner properly, down the wall nice and straight, and then straight, pointing towards the outlet that's just there. And on top of that, that's a soil pipe coming out, so we can just extend that a little bit and get a little Durgo valve on there, and that's that complete. Got a bit of water here. Let's see what the fall's like. running down there nicely. If you can see that. It's running down the back of there as well, so it's falling. It's falling this way and also that way, and then down there, and then where it meets the house it's falling a little bit back as well in order to go down. So that's for the outlet there. But we've been assured that this roof's so good we could fill this up like a pond if we wanted to, and there'll be no issues.